Got an early start here for the championship game. Good scoring chance. Right out of the gate. Rousey Maple Grove, the net got nudged, but they don't stop play. And now the referee comes in to put it back on the line. It only got nudged a tiny bit. This is John Conley here with game 3 of 3 today. We also have 3 championship games on Sunday. This is the 54th annual Edina Invitational. I played in it when I was a youth hockey player. Still going strong today. Bob Utecht, kind of youth hockey hub before there was a youth hockey hub. He had Let's Play Hockey, was a newspaper and a TV show. He called this the granddaddy of them all. The first big youth tournament in Minnesota. Zone entry here for Connor Farrell. Centering pass. This one bounces out to the neutral zone. Retreating, Noah Johnson. There's a lot of speed out there compared to the Pee-wees that just wrapped up. And it's House. Gains the zone, but turns the puck over. A little chip and chase. This one's dumped in. Goaltender for Edina is William Johnson. Only one rostered the other way. That is Connor Albers in goal for Osseo Maple Grove. Breakout left-hand side. Moen goes rink wide. Smith gains the blue line. Tries to work around the defender. Getting some help on the forecheck. Seth Moen. Centering pass. This one hits the sidewall. Picked up by Kelly. To the blue line. Not out. Kept in a right-hand side. Gowdy. Bouncing puck into the corner. Moen. Breakout opportunity for Sapov. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Silent T. S-A-P-O-V. That's my guess. Neutral zone. Hayden Smith. On the bounce. Picked up by Moen. Zone entry. Kelly. Stepping in on it is Smith. Centering pass. Oh, from his knees. Unable to get the stick on it was Kelly. We're going to play 3 15-minute periods. This shot hits the back glass. On the forecheck, Carithers. Short pass for Hoffman. Puck turns over. Chance for Gierach to take it outside the zone. Kept in by the Leafbirds defender. And now on the forecheck, picking it up behind the goal is Wyant. Drops it down for Munson. This one stolen by Gierach. He sends it the length of the ice. No icing. Play was tipped. Hoffman behind his goal. Forechecking is Thomas Rewe. Back to Smith. Oh, this puck gets behind the defenders and goes all the way down for an icing call. 11:08 to go in the scoreless first period. John Conley here, Championship Friday. Play continues. Alberg back behind the goal line. Rings the boards to Kappa. And Farrell throws it back in as we get an elbowing call. Penalty goes against Edina's Erke. House and Carithers in the spot. Draws kind of a stalemate. Nobody wins it cleanly until it finally bounces along the back wall and it's picked up by Smith. Sends it to the blue line. Interference coming up. Valorizo goes off. Tripping, actually, is the call. His name is Caden. True story. I announced a hockey game last night. 5 Cadens and 1 Cade. Of those 5 Cadens, 3 3 on each team were named either Cade or Caden. Of those 5 Cadens, spelled 4 different ways: C-A-D-E-N, C-A-D-Y-N, C-A-I-D-E-N. And what would the other one have been? It was crazy. Oh, probably with a K. Caden, K-A-D-E-N, something like that. Noah Johnson on the wall. Puck gets away from him. Shorthanded rush the other way. Unassisted shorthanded goal coming. Oh, no, he hits the post. Just looked like he was going to finish the whole way. Sopoff had the goaltender beat and rings it off the post. That puck's got some paint on it. Wyant. And a whistle. Oh, wait a minute. It wasn't a shorthanded rush. It was a 4-on-4 equal strength. Both teams a man down right now. Smith plays this one for Jack Johnson. I guess I got to be a little careful here. I use last names when I announce, and I just realized I wasn't too worried about William Johnson and Noah Johnson, but I got a third Johnson on the same team, Jack Johnson, number 14. And that's him on the point. Tosses it down into the corner. Plenty of room out there, 4-on-4. So I'll refer to Jack, William, and Noah by their first names. That'll clear up a little confusion, hopefully. Everybody else should be last names. Stepping out, going for the stuff is Gierach. Can't get it past the goaltender, however. And we've got a stoppage. Face off coming to the goaltender's right. All right, back to the action. Both teams still short-handed, 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Puck played by Engelkist. He gains the neutral zone, gains the red line, gains the blue line, and tries to pull it around the defender, but they say Starkey was in offsides. Puck played up, hits the referee. Thompson picks it up, and for the next 10 seconds, Edina will be on the power play. Picked up by Irke. Bounces onto the stick of Eureka. Irke, both teams full strength. Skating in is Moen. He gains the red line, dumps it down. No icing. Play continues. Retreating is Bodner. Had a Bodner earlier. I'm wondering if that's a brother. And Osseo Maple Grove won that championship game, as I recall, taking out Woodbury in the Pee Wee B division. Woodbury big in the Pee Wee A. They trashed White Bear Lake. That game went to running time. Very impressive. That team's awfully good. And you may ask yourself, hey, John, who are some of the leading scorers in this tournament? I'll have that answer for you in just a moment. Shot saved by William Johnson. For Osseo Maple Grove, Carruthers, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. Gavin Wyant, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Several players with 2. Edina, a little bit more potent. Shot from the blue line. Glove save, William Johnson. Edina's a little bit more potent. They had a few more goals in their preliminary games. 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points for Colin Farrell. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points, Nolan Irke. So Farrell most points, Irke most goals. House, 3 goals, 3 assists. Smith, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Penalty against Jack Johnson. Slashing the call. Zone entry, Carithers. That's another save by William Johnson. We're still scoreless as we hit the midpoint of the opening period. Shorthanded rush. Puck kicks from House over to Farrell. Farrell backhand tries to finish. And two-car pileup there as the defender took out his own goaltender. Good scoring chance down low. Farrell took that pass from House, cut to his backhand, and tried to snake it by the goaltender. All right, we're going to have some fun with this one. Just texted our public address announcer extraordinaire a little musical request. We'll see if he grants it. And it'll all make sense if he does. Up the right-hand side, this is Jack Kelly. He's got Moen crashing toward the goal. Kelly with the shot. That misses wide. Kept in at the blue line. Oh, not so fast. Gets behind Johnson. Trying to recover his defender, Rui. And there's a shot. Saved by William Johnson. He's very impressive. He is goofy in snowboard speak. He is a right-catching goaltender. A lot of pucks coming that he's catching with that right mitt because he's holding the stick with his left hand. Not many goaltenders are what I would call goofy. I don't think anybody else calls it that, but that's the snowboarding term. Gierach gets the goaltender down, and somehow Albers kicks the pad out to make the save. Good shorthanded scoring chance here for Gierach. Edina's done a pretty good job on the kill, generating some offense, getting up ice, haven't they? It's as simple as something that nobody knows, and his eyes are as big as bubbly toes. Oh, yeah. We'll see if we can get Tim to... I'll have some fun. I'll have some fun with this the rest of the way now that I am ready. I remember this player from last year. Sweeping behind the goal, Sopoff. Leaves it for Wyant. Working the perimeter. A couple players overlapping each other, but eventually the puck turns over, and it's a chance for Edina to clear. Nelt boys, full send. Thomas Rui icing the call. I'm really surprised. This is the third game I've seen today. It's about the 5th year of the rule change that youth hockey players no longer are allowed to ice the puck shorthanded, and I'm surprised how many guys just give it a full send every chance they get. Seems like in a situation like that, got the puck on your forehand with a little room in your defending end, you should be able to clip it out to neutral, but full send from one to the other, but that's what's happening. Great job getting control of that puck. It was like a Venus flytrap. Rania got it onto his stick, suctioning the puck. Bouncing puck to the blue line. This one's kept in at the point by Alberg. And now it's turned over the other way, but Farrell just gives it a slap. They say it was tipped, no icing. Play continues. Brendan back behind his goal line. And a breakout opportunity. Oh, stretching it up ice. They hit the centerman straight ahead. Sopoff. He spins behind the goal. Sopoff puts on the brakes, turns in the defender, and here comes Irke the other way. Up the right-hand side is House. Trying to split those defenders. They knock him off the puck, and now it's the Leafbirds trying to get outside the zone. They don't get it past Jack Johnson on the forecheck. Flake out of the corner. Pokes this one. Right behind the goal. And player gets pulled down at the time of a whistle. No penalty called, however. 4:49 to go, opening period. We're still scoreless. First championship game today was a thriller. It was 0-0 through 2 periods, and then 1-1 ended up going into overtime where the goal was scored to make it 2-1. And the second game was a running time special, 5-0 as the final. So this one seems to be more like the first game today. Hard to say either team's had an advantage. Both teams had a few scoring chances, and the goaltenders have been up to the task. Puck is dumped in. Smith tries to get outside the zone into the slot. Great defensive play here from Grant Gowdy. Oh, lazy pass, didn't catch enough of it. Munson with the turnover. Puck up and out of play. We get a stoppage. Ceiling can't hold us, Macklemore. I saw Macklemore in concert last year, opening for the Imagine Dragons. Big hit there. Penalty being called on Erke, his second of the game. I think 4 is a game misconduct now, so we want to make sure Erke doesn't take a 2 and a 10, because that counts as 2 more penalties, and that would lead to a game. So we'll keep an eye. We definitely do not want to see any of these players tossed out of a game championship Friday. You can just see the effort. That first game today, the PWB got a little heated. The second one was hard fought, but one team was just quite a bit better than the other. I'm not sure what the delay is over at the scorer's table. I wonder if it's not just a garden variety minor, but they might be asking someone to serve the minor. Gesturing something, maybe a head contact there. Oh, they make it a major penalty. That's probably 5 minutes in a game misconduct. And yeah, you don't like to see that. Erke had a great tournament, 4 goals, 3 assists entering today's championship game. And he gets flagged on the play. It is a major penalty. Edina will have to kill off 5 minutes no matter how many goals are scored. And the kill unit that's out here: Noah Johnson, Evan Garrick, Jack Kelly, and Thomas Rui. Johnson, Engelkiss, right side, bouncing puck. Edina clears to the blue line, but not out. Second time's not a charm. And now third crack at it. This time, finally, Garrick gets enough of it to poke it outside the zone. Zone re-entry is broken up by Garrick one more time. It's easy to see why they opted for him on the penalty kill. Another icing call. Rui just had that puck go off like a bomb in his hands, and he had time to just chip it outside the zone. Up ice and dumped down deep by Farrell. He made the red line before he chipped it in, and that means no icing call, and that keeps the time melting off the clock. That is what I would be coaching for, but we're seeing a lot of teams just take the icings even when they have time to take care not to. Gowdy plays the pass. Beautiful catch by Farrell. He goes up ice. Nice catch from House. Those two have some chemistry. I've been very impressed. I know they're big scores. I printed the stat sheet before the game. Farrell 9 points, House 6. But to see them play together, the way they mesh, has been fun to watch. They seem to look for each other when they're on the ice. Retreating are Valorizo and Bodner. Leafbirds. To this point, and it's been a minute and a half of kill for Edina, to this point, Leafbirds have been unable to really hold the zone and sustain anything. Not getting shots to goal. Moan gains the red line, and he gives it a soft toss down into the corner. Retreating behind his goal is Alberg. Puck turns over. Jack Johnson gets rocked. He might be sitting, wishing, waiting. He didn't get that pass, kind of a sucker pass type. It wasn't a pass to him, but the puck bounced to him right as he was just about to get hit. Moen's got to be careful. And this one rolls past Brendan and out to the neutral zone. Right-hand side, Garrick throws this down in the corner. Edina has killed half of the 5-minute major penalty. Kelly goes off the glass. Puck is dumped in by Alberg. Out of the corner, Smith. Rui outside the zone as the puck knocked away from him. Zone re-entry and a wide-angle shot. Nice save on Connor Munson by William. To the blue line, not out. Snap, William. Whoa, William made the save, but the puck bobbled away from him from my angle, and I'm just back to the left side of the goal. Looked like that one might have found its way into the goal. Final 30 seconds of play in the period. It's going to be an overhanging penalty situation with 1 minute carrying over into the second. Gowdy snaps it off the wall. This gets knocked out. Great job on the forecheck, cutting off that passing lane from Engelkis. Johnson glove save. Mentioned it before. He's goofy. Right-hand catcher. Players keep shooting into that catching mitt. They might think out of habit they're shooting blocker. They're actually shooting glove. Glove side. Ten seconds to go in the period. Engelkis trying to get the puck into that slot area. Calling for it was Munson. That's going to do it. The period has ended. This is John Conley, scoreless first period. Edina, Osseo, Maple Grove, Championship Friday here from the 54th annual Edina Invitational Tournament. Be right back. And we're back to the neutral zone. 1 minute overhanging into this period. Edina starts shorthanded. It was a 5-minute major penalty with 4 minutes to go in the period. And I think it's fair to say they've done an outstanding job killing so far. Really no shots getting through to goal by the Leaf Birds. Now into the slot area, passing over is Carithers. Shot goes wide off the stick of Wyant to the blue line, kept in by Thompson, and another whistle. We have a stoppage. And another icing call.
Come on, boys. Let's go, Hornets. The Hornet taking the ice. Farrell, Smith, point, missed. Omega search. Nice job, Will. There you go. You guys got it. Take a stick. Let's go. There you go. Come on, Dowdy.
1 minute has expired. There were 4 minutes last period. Added together, that's 5 minutes. Edina with a successful major penalty kill. And before the defender can get back into the zone, that shot goes just wide. Now out to the neutral zone. Puck is poked ahead by Connor Farrell. Back behind his goal, Thompson. Out to neutral. Slaloming and running into some traffic here is House. Puck turns over and chance for Moen. Zone entry. Over to House. Looking on the give back for Hayden Smith. Pass doesn't quite connect. This is Engelkiss. Puck gets away from him. Down low on the forecheck is Kelly. Now outside the zone, Kampa. Kampa on the bounce. Plays to Starkey. Dumps it down deep. Behind the goal, this is Johnson. And up the right-hand side. Retreating, Hoffman. Back behind his goal, Valarezo. Puck gets poked up ahead and outside the zone, Rania. Leaves it for Sopov. Centering pass back to Rania. Gets through the slot and over to the side wall. Edina on the counterattack. Picked up by Valarezo. Back to Noah. D to D. Edina heads up ice, ticking it into the centerman. He has to go back to retrieve. Kelly loses his momentum. Now at the red line, they snap it off the glass, go off for a 4 out of 5 line change, getting some fresh personnel out. This one sent the length of the ice. We'll bring it back down, drop the puck to the left of Connor Albers. Nope, right side of Connor Albers. Carithers in the face-off spot. Jack the other way. To the blue line. Puck poked down for Garrock. Oh, Johnson down low with the tip. Just wide of the mark.
Leaf blowers deep into the Hornet zone. Here we go. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Picked up by Geary.
Farrell has the puck get away from him. Now it's Carithers the other way. This game's really kind of lost its flow. Game has gotten a little bit choppy. Pass is not connecting. Whistle, whistle, whistle. We're 4 minutes in, and I just feel after that penalty expired, and hats off to Edina for a beautiful penalty kill. They did a great job. However, we've had some trouble getting flow afterward both ways. So let's see what happens. House in the spot. All right. Another whistle. It's going to happen, folks. Game goes through some ebbs and flows. It's going to get back. It's going to get back to having a little bit better flow to it. We just kind of hit a lull to start the second period. We're 4 minutes, 18 seconds in, and Edina killed that penalty, and not much has happened since. Now they get the puck, 3-on-2. Odd man rush on the counterattack, but real good effort here. Back checking from Finn Kampa. Oh, the puck's in the slot for House. He takes a poke at it. Couldn't quite get it past Albers, but it was close. Farrell shot. This one gets deflected into the corner, and it's a race. Bodner. He goes off the dasher and gets past Moen on the point. Now out at the neutral zone. House takes a swat at it. Zone entry. They play it back to Kampa. Click and drag. Pulls it around the defender, but he gets knocked down by Moen. And now a penalty upcoming. This is undisciplined, right? You know, the frustration. Moen made a good play, and then wasn't enough. He took his liberties in the corner, pretty far away from the puck. Let's see what the call is. I don't know if that's going to be a rough or, well, they're going to talk about it. Might be looking at something like a boarding call. We shall see. Yeah, looks like it might be a misconduct attached to that minor penalty. Probably a 2 and 10 here. Somebody comes over to serve. They're going to get Jack Johnson. I'm sure he'd rather be washing dishes than spending his time in the penalty box, but he's going to serve the minor penalty on Moen, and then Moen can stay for an extra 10 for the misconduct. Probably a boarding call there. We'll listen to public address announcer Tommy Henches. We'll see Moen in the third period. That's when he'll be back. Nice save here from goaltender William Johnson. And looked like those Leafbird players down in that slot area might be able to get a stick on it and get a goal, but just couldn't quite get the puck redirected past him. Sopoff down behind the goal. It was, in fact, a boarding. That was my hunch when they went with the misconduct. A lot of things available, but boarding seemed to make the most sense. That was the call. Face off to the left, the goaltender William Johnson. Edina can't quite clear the zone. Sweeping in on his forehand is Sopoff. Centering pass, nobody home. And this is lofted outside the zone. Soft toss, no icing. Retreating all the way back is Valorizo. Breaking it out, got tipped by Rania onto the stick of Sopoff. He cuts to his forehand, working across the top of the circle, and the puck is stolen. Unable to clear the zone, however, for House. Edina has killed the first half of this 2-minute minor. Puck gets up on its edge, rolls all the way down, icing the call. Carithers in the circle, wins the draw. Played back to the blue line for Brendan. Puts it down on the half wall. This one's a pass that doesn't connect, sends Brendan retreating back into his own end. Played up left-hand side for Munson. Zone entry. Shot comes in. Glove save, William. Face-off coming to the goaltender's right. Carithers in the face-off circle. Noah Johnson defending. And the puck is poked out to neutral. Played right back to Carithers. Left-hand side, Thompson. Edina poking it outside the zone. In pursuit was Kelly. Munson can't quite gain the zone. It gets poked away. Everybody tags up on side, and it's sent in from Thompson. Penalty has expired. That minor penalty against Moen has expired. That gives us Jack Johnson back. I'm going through this Edina roster. There's a lot of players that I haven't called their names, so I'm guessing they didn't dress today. And let's count the players on the bench. Back behind the goal, Kampa. Tipped out to the neutral zone. Back into the Edina end. Well, they're down to like 11 or 12 skaters. Normal at this age for these large associations would be 15. Looks like they're down to about 11 or 12. Can't quite tell for sure. If the players would step back, I think I could confirm. We had one player that went off in this game. 1, 2, 3. I think they've just got 11 skaters today. No, 12. Yeah. Okay. They probably started the game with 13. One went off with the game misconduct. Okay, let's count here. On the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they would have started with 12. Losing the player to the game misconduct takes them down to 11. And then the 10-minute misconduct for boarding takes them down to 10 until the third period when Moen is available again. So we'll see. Late in the game, does that mean these players are tired? Is that what gives the advantage to Osseo Maple Grove? They've had a good amount of power play time, but not able to score yet. Eventually, they might just wear out Edina to the blue line. Brendan, his shot. Oh, what a nice dart. That was track and top corner, and they get the rebound goal. That puts Osseo Maple Grove on top 1-0. This goal was scored cleanup right in front of the goal by Alexander Sopov. Sopov makes it 1-0 for Osseo Maple Grove. That shot that came in from the blue line looked like it was tracking toward the top corner. I thought it was an outstanding shot. And right before it got to the goal, it wasn't Johnson that saved it with his blocker. It hit someone that was screening and got knocked down. That caught me so off guard. I don't know, it's hard to describe where I'm watching from, but that was far away from me. But I had a good angle on it. Ronya with the assist. And none. So 7 from 12 and 16. It is Sopov from Ronya and none. And this game is no longer tied. Nice play here. Stick check from Hoffman. Edina player went to pull the trigger, and Hoffman just poked the stick in there. Made it to where the shot was not coming. Valorizo plays it up, tipped from Hoffman. Out to the neutral zone, but it turns over for Edina. Farrell takes a shot, glove save, Albers. And, you know, if you're the Hornets, yeah, you're down 1-0. They are down, and yeah, you do have a short bench. However, they got to be feeling pretty good. They had a lot of penalties to kill. They had the major, they had a couple minors, and they're still in this game. It's a hit back along the back wall. Bodner catching the other number 14, Jack Johnson. He says, I got you. Got you pinned up against the boards. Carithers in the spot with Jack Johnson. Draw one by Carithers. D to D played to Thompson and back to Carithers. Shot save. Cover. William Johnson, 5:12 to go. In the middle period. Pretty clear to me the message from that Edina bench is short shift. Send guys out quickly. It's interesting. I see right now a player with a helmet wearing a hoodie. So there's an injury. And we know the game misconduct, and that's explanation for why some of these players are not available. Save made by Albers and batted out to the corner by Bodner. Now out to neutral zone. Thompson plays it up left-hand side. Zone entry for Kampa. Bouncing puck. Oh, bad break there for Edina. Kampa comes in, and nice recovery by the defenders. Vareka checking him as he took the shot. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Farrell. This puck gets dumped in, and back behind the goal is Connor Albers. He leaves it for Bodner. And the pass to Engelkiss, who snaps it up ice, but nobody's home. 4 minutes to go, middle period, and now zone entry, Gavin Ronya. Tries to work around the defender, broken up nicely by Gowdy, and it's Edina the other way. Gierach on the wall. He goes rink wide. Tipped into the attacking zone by Rui. And now Jack Johnson, centering pass, looking for Gierach. That's pushed over to the side wall. Breakout Ronya. 2-on-1 the other way. Sopoff. He's got none. And there's another goal. None from Sopoff makes this one 2-0. Yeah, all of a sudden, bing, bang, two relatively quick ones. And it is now an Osseo Maple Grove lead, 2 goals. And folks that watch a lot of hockey, I can tell you the next goal is important. Got a timeout called here by Edina. The reason it's important is when you're down 2, if you score the next one, doesn't really matter when. You could wait, could be with 3 minutes to go in the third period. If you get the goal, it makes it a 1-goal game. However, if you don't get the next goal, it's 3 goals, and that's probably too big of a margin. So that goal is, in fact, none from Sopoff, no second assist. We're flying without longtime championship announcer Robin Cook. He'll be back Sunday, but doing a great job. Kind of the next generation here. Tommy Henches. He's bringing a lot of excitement. Booming voice. Bellowing throughout the building. It's been a joy to listen to. We got a borrowed playlist here, and we're hearing same songs all 3 games. Wouldn't bother you if you only were sitting here watching one, but I've had 3 games back to back to back, and can tell you what he's playing next at this point. This is Avicii Levels. Trivia. All right, trivia for you folks. So Avicii Levels, quite a banger, famous song. Is that Avicii's vocal or someone else? I've got a good feeling. And not only is it not Avicii, it's not even a male. It's actually a sample of an old song by Etta James. Most people are surprised when they hear that, but when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds like Etta James. Play resumes. Edina will see if they can make that timeout work for them. They poke the puck up. It's House through the neutral zone. Staying on sides is Kelly. House gets pulled down and a call. It is a hold, the AT&T penalty. You can't just reach out and touch someone. Going off is Lincoln Allberg. So it's funny. Somebody got on my case once about some dated references. Chuck Woolery, AT&T, reach out and touch someone, whatever, you know. And I always point out, you know, you might get a Lizzo goal call from me. You might have me referencing the Nelk Boys. I'm intergenerational. Smith. Oh, what a good scoring chance in the slot for Jack Kelly. Call him Machine Gun. Oh, what a play here at the blue line by Smith. Smith sends it into the top corner. Edina with the power play goal, and they are back in this one. That is a major laser top corner snipe. Blow a kiss. Fire a gun, tickle it, twine. Hayden Smith. You know what's fun for me? I got some guys, got some boys to my left here. They must be friends and classmates because Smith hammers that top corner, immediately skates over in our direction, sallies for the bros. They are going nuts up here in the Hornets' nest. 2:26 to go. New life for the Hornets, and it's a 1-goal game. They got to be pretty excited because not only did they cut the margin in half, we hit period 3. And they're going to get Moen back. Moen's sitting out that misconduct right now. All right, spinning forehand. This is Engelkiss. They say all alone. Hayden Smith unassisted. This puck comes outside the zone, and it's picked up by Thompson. I got an idea here. These guys might be, I think it's the other Edina team. I think it's the other Edina Bantam B team sitting with me watching their friends. So, just, you don't want to go anywhere. Stick around for the third period. This might get fun. Click and drag, Isaiah House. Oh, a shot from the slot. That's Farrell. Puck turns over. We're headed the other way. Zach Nunn centering pass into the slot. Cutting his Ronya. Shot, save, cover. William. Face off to the goaltender's left with 90 seconds to go in the second period. You don't want to go anywhere. Trust me. If you're enjoying this game, stick around. Edina clears. Nice pass. House. Up to Farrell. Into the slot. Spin and shoot. Kelly, rebound. Taking some pokes at it. Couple nice saves by Albers. And a breakout along the wall. They play left side. None on the bounce. Skates into the middle of the rink. Gains the blue line and dumps it down. Folks, there is 1 minute remaining in the middle period. Moen just standing there. He's ready to get back in this one. He won't be waiting long. Early in that third period, his 10-minute misconduct will expire. This one sent the length of the ice, retreating. All the way back down was Hoffman, but they blow it dead for an icing call, and the faceoff comes to the right of William Johnson. Into the center spot is Jack. They call him Bubble Toes. Draw one, however, by the Leaf Birds. And Edina manages to clear, lofting this one for a forward to run up under. Sending him in down deep is Garak. Garak gets it off the wall, cuts to his backhand, pulls it to his forehand, pulls the trigger. Oh, rebound opportunity for Rui and a huge save for Albers. 15 seconds to go. Jack plays it to Garrick. Garrick circles, tries a stuff move. Denied, broken up by Balarizo and outside the zone. This one hits Carithers. As the period expires, it's a save for William Johnson at the far end. Going to pause, catch my breath, be back with third period action through 2. Osseo Maple Grove 2, Edina 1. We are back. The third period is about to commence. This game is tied. Second period begins. They drop the puck, and Edina ties the game just moments later. 12 seconds in, that's a goal for Connor Farrell. Folks, I told you don't go anywhere, and here's why. I never miss a genuine opportunity. I had some boys in the press box with me, and joining me for the third period on color is Liam Gotch. Get your headset on here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I can hear you. So everybody can hear you now. So Liam plays on the other Edina team. He'll have, oh, they got to be careful. Got to be careful. House pin him up against the boards. This game is so evenly played. It's a tight contest. All right, let's get caught up here. 16 from 3 and 10. That is Farrell from Varecka and House. Farrell from Varecka and House, and we are tied. So I was just trying to introduce my third period color commentator. Let's see, what am I doing wrong? Oh, that sounds real. Okay, that sounds bad. That sounds better. All right. So my name's John Conley. Third period. We have guest in the booth. This is Liam Gotch. Liam plays on the other Edina team. So you must be quite familiar with all of the players on Edina.
I am, yeah. I've played with a couple of them before, and we played them once already this season. And I know a lot of them outside of hockey as well.
So what happened when you played them?
We won 5-0.
Oh,
we had a pretty good game, and I think we got up early, and we just kind of kept the throttle down and we won. But it's not that the gap between us is not nearly that big. And they're a really good team when they're playing good.
Zone entry. The shot comes in from Ronya. And now the puck turns over. It's Johnson the other way. A little too far for Garrick. This is dumped back in. Retreating behind his own goal line is Gowdy. Cuts to his forehand and plays it up ice. Rui leaves it. Pokes it ahead. Intended target was House. Doesn't connect. Puck turns over. Zone re-entry for the Leaf Birds. Overskating it, however. This is Gowdy. Chips it up ahead and a nice defensive play over on the right point. That was a nice defensive play by Malorizo. Otherwise, there was someone getting behind enemy lines, and he would have been off to the races. So you guys played in this tournament. Did you run into this Osseo Maple Grove team?
Yeah, we played them yesterday, actually. They won 3-1. We didn't have our greatest showing, but they're a really good forechecking team, and they've got some speed. And, yeah, they're a really solid team.
Yeah, they really were in a good spot here. Zone entry, bringing up the right-hand side is Machine Gun Kelly. Puck plays over to the sidewall, cleared out to the neutral zone. Here come the Leaf Birds on the counterattack. Click and drag, pulling it wide. That's Gavin Wyant into the corner. Puck turns over, and Kelly pokes it out to neutral. Bouncing puck, Farrell tries to get behind the defender. Couldn't quite pick it up the other side. Now down, retreating behind his own goal line is Bodner. Head up. Oh, he fans on the pass, however. Farrell into the slot, spinning backhand. It's a beautiful goal for Isaiah. Take it to the house. Wow. Thoughts on that one?
That was a beautiful play. Hornets are back up on top now.
Just a nightmare in his own end, fanning on it for that defender from Osseo Maple Grove. You mentioned the Hornets being back on top. So you were watching the game but weren't mic'd in with me here. I thought with the 2-goal game, Edina was in a good spot in that it was going to get better. They weren't getting outplayed. They'd already killed a major and a couple minors. So if they could just hang around, that next goal was critical. And they did get that next goal that made it 2-1. I just didn't realize they'd score 2 goals in 3 minutes and take the lead so early in this period.
Yeah, United's got the momentum now, so that switched up pretty quick.
Big time momentum. It is goal 10 from 16. That is House from Farrell. And the one thing that I'm expecting to see, we'll see if I'm right, in this third period, I expect to see Moen on heavy rotation. He was sitting out the second with that misconduct, and he should be pretty well rested on a short bench team. So let's keep an eye and see how much ice time Moen logs. He should be pretty well rested, and they can rely on him if they need to.
Yeah.
Gowdy out to the neutral zone, picked up by House. Left side, he's got Garrick. He swings wide. Garrick backhand. Tries a centering shovel pass. Puck's loose in the slot area, and the Leaf Birds poke it out to neutral. There is the aforementioned Moen. He makes a pass up for Farrell. Unable to keep it alive. The puck crossed the blue line with somebody off sides. So this is the 54th iteration of the Edina Invitational, Liam, and you are playing in it this year. I will have you know this tournament was around, and this is what I played in when I was same age as you guys. So I remember playing in this. It used to have squirts as well. I played in it. So what is that? I was 10. Played in it 44 years ago, and it was kind of a well-established tournament at that time. This thing's been around longer than both of us.
Yeah, wow, that's
crazy.
Interesting to know. Yeah.
Crazy, right? So it wasn't sponsored by a bank back then. I think it's the Tradition Invitational these days. Moen back behind the goal. He fights a battle, and as I mentioned with the rest, you see him strong enough to fight off 2 Leaf Bird forecheckers. 2 passes later, it's onto the stick of Farrell. Zone entry. Puck bounces out to the neutral zone, and it's Osseo Maple Grove the other way. Zone entry for Munson. Big hit along the boards by Kelly. Physicality's picking up here late. Edina with the lead. Definitely playing with a lot of confidence. I see a swagger out there, Liam.
Yeah, Kelly's playing at forward today, and he's usually a defenseman.
Okay, and I'm counting some numbers here. You know the kids, I don't. I think they started the game with 12. The game misconduct took them down to 11. It was Irke that went off. And then they played the second period with 10 as Moen had the misconduct. So a couple injured players there, I guess. I see one of them on the bench wearing a white sweatshirt and a black helmet. So did any players in particular stick out in that Osseo Maple Grove game where they took you down 3-1?
Number 8, their captain.
Carithers.
Yeah, he was really fast. He had a nice shot, and he kind of picked apart at us. We had a not so great third period. It was 1-1 after 2, and they kind of buried us after that. Also, number 4 at D.
Valorizo, yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty solid. So, yeah, they're really good, but they're a well-rounded team, so they're deep, and they beat us with all 3 lines.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. The player that kind of caught my eye right from the jump is Sapov. And you look down, and through the first 3 games, no goals, 2 assists. I was like, oh, I'm surprised he was a little more productive than that. And then in this game, goal and an assist, they've got 2. He's in on both of them. And Sapov, I think, is one of the players, along with Carithers. If they are going to come back and tie this game, I expect those guys to be a part of the comeback. Good shot there. They turned the puck over. Edina did to Thompson. He took a quick shot, and Johnson made a nice adjustment. He was ready for that. Tell me about Johnson. He's the rare goaltender that catches with his right hand. Goofy in skateboard speak, if you will. Johnson's played very well this game.
Yeah, he's really solid, especially when he plays confidently. I've played on, I think, 4 teams with him before.
Oh, long time goaltender there.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar, and I've played some summer hockey with him. So he's really good when he's playing confident, and he's playing confident right now, and I think he's having a good game.
You know, it's something that I'll say about Johnson and others. William Johnson, one of the 3 Johnsons on this Edina team. Something I'll say about them and others. It's really a good sign for Edina. If they got 4 goaltenders on AA and A teams as well, it just shows the depth of the goaltending position. And, you know, for these skaters, you know, that there's 15 guys on each. There's 30 guys on some of these other teams. These are some awfully deep programs because there's some great players out there today.
Yeah. I mean, we have so many teams. It's hard to keep up with sometimes. So
9 minutes to go in regulation. We got a great, entertaining hockey game. 3-2 is the score. Edina once trailed by 2, but 3 straight they've got the lead. Breaking it out through Farrell. He breaks toward his backhand, turns back to his forehand, tries to clear, can't get it past Alberg, and now it is the Leaf Birds able to hold the zone. Down low, Sapov. He's ridden off the puck by Smith and just trying to relieve pressure with a Nelk Boys full send. That's Isaiah House. Edina just takes the whistle, and a face-off upcoming to the goaltender's right. We got 8.5 to go. Edina already burned their timeout, so tell me, you know, you look at the decision that coaches make, not saving the timeout for the late stages of a game. I think it really turned the momentum here, got things settled down, and Edina really started their comeback just on the heels of that timeout.
Yeah, anything could happen. I think you see it in football a lot, right, with the Gophers. PJ Fleck loves to spend his timeouts, and some guys are a lot more clock management than others. Some guys like to use them as a strategy thing. So everybody's got their style, and if you could use that to rebound and get out there and score some goals like Edina did, that's a really big tool.
No question, the kids got the message, whatever the coaching strategy was, and then they executed very well. So that has Edina on top. That's a nice rush from Moen. I mentioned earlier, Moen should be pretty well rested. Slow roller. It's going to die in the corner. No icing call, and it's Noah on retreat. He plays a pass, bounces off the stick of Garrick, and now retreating out at the neutral zone. Brendan, he goes D to D. Up ice, here come the Leaf Birds. That pass does not quite connect the first time, but still winds up making it through to Kampa. This is Johnson the other way. He gets puck poked away from him. Now a stretch pass from Moen, trying to hit Kelly, and picking it up is Farrell. Coming off the bench, they didn't see him from the side. Nice job by him, forcing the turnover. He slides into the goal. 2-car pileup. We got a stoppage. 7:25 to go, final period. So what's next for you guys? You mentioned that you've played the Edina team once, and you played the Osseo Maple Grove team in the tournament. You must have another upcoming game with Edina in the place.
We do. We have 2 games. We haven't played them yet in districts. We've only played them in the Gobbler tournament. And we have 1 game in late January, 1 game in early February coming up. So we've got some time.
Wow, you know, you just got to believe that your team's chomping at the bit for a rematch. So 5-0 doesn't sit too well. You probably would love to get them back on the ice. Can't wait for that January match.
Well, we came out on top.
Oh, you beat them 5-0.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, now they're the ones that'll be chomping at the bit. Then.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys were the winners. That's right. I asked you a question right away about them, and then you told me you lost to the Sausalito Maple Grove team.
Yeah.
I can't keep it all straight. Zone re-entry here for the Leaf Birds. They stay on sides, and it's pucked over to the sidewall, picked up by Compa. Compa gets it down low. Engelkiss on the forecheck. Over into the corner. Vareka lets it go. They poke the puck past Kelly. Oh, beautiful shot blocked by House on the counterattack. He bounces it off of Kelly. They were trying to get the puck rink wide to Farrell. And it's Smith's zone entry. Left-hand side. Farrell chips it into the zone. Hoffman turns up ice in front of the benches. Puck gets poked away. Sweeping in his Engelkiss. Cuts to his forehand. Drags it around one defender, but turns into another. Great job by Thomas Rui standing his ground, breaking up the play. Neutral zone, now retreating back into their own end. Leaf Birds using a full 200 feet as they work their way up ice. Cutting over to his forehand, putting on the brakes, little hesitation move there. Cutting into the slot area, losing the puck is Sopoff. Puck bounces right back to Sopoff. You know, when you have a player, Liam, like Sopoff, who's this active, some stuff's just going to start happening. He's just all over the place this shift, and the puck keeps coming to him like a magnet.
Yeah, when you get ahead and you start feeling the puck, it's easy to get on a roll and just start flying around.
Gowdy, this puck skips past Rui, and now Edina able to hold the zone, and on retreat, it's Alberg. Folks, there's just over 5 minutes to go. We're going to keep a close eye on the clock at this point as time is winding down. Advantage Edina. Oh, good scoring chance down low here. It rolls through the stick. Nunn into the corner. Nunn, his pass does not connect, and it's Gierach the other way. Rink-wide pass on the bounce, picked up by Farrell. Can't get around the defender, however. Now out to the neutral zone. This puck is settled onto the stick of Kelly. He goes up ice with it, but it's stolen by Munson. Snap pass, Moen. Oh, he steps on a penny, goes down. Good scoring chance here. What a glove save by William Johnson. It's that right-hand mitt. He's been doing it all game. That's a goalie. You do not want to shoot anywhere close to that catching mitt. Wow. House in the face-off spot with Carithers. To the blue line, D to D. Valorizo. Shot gets knocked down. Smith the other way. Snap pass. Oh, he finds someone behind enemy lines. It's Kelly. Great recovery by defenseman Valorizo. You mentioned Valorizo as a tough defender to play against. How about that play? There's a stretch pass that gets behind the defenseman. Valorizo seemed to anticipate that, and he was on him almost instantaneously to break up the play.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Moen out to the neutral zone. Everybody tags up on side. It comes back in inside of 4 minutes to go. Smith out to the neutral zone. So you played this other Edina team in a tournament earlier. Did you end up winning the tournament?
We did.
Okay.
We actually beat them in the first place game.
Oh,
Farrell just went off the
game.
crossbar
Yeah.
there, it looks like.
Puck's got some paint on it. They did that stretch pass diagonally up ice to Farrell. He came in and got a good shot off, caught a little bit of paint, and now with 3.5 minutes to go, Edina's content to play in the attacking zone. Doesn't last long, however. The puck comes out to Compa, and now an offsides whistle. So you've got some hardware already winning that tournament. This Edina team just 3 minutes, 24 seconds from getting some hardware of their own. And then you plan 2 meetings in the league play. How are you guys faring in league play? Is either one of the Edina teams ahead of the other?
I'm not sure right now. Fair play points are a really big thing, and we've been doing pretty good in getting those. And I think they have too.
Okay.
And Jefferson's also in our district, and Jefferson has been a really good team this year. Also, Prior Lake, another good team that's in our district. So District 6 is always looking pretty good.
Kind of loaded, same as it was back when I played. Maybe the communities have changed. We used to get a good game from Bloomington, Lincoln, and Richfield, and even Apple Valley sometimes. And
yeah.
Burnsville was the cream of the crop. Now you guys probably don't play any of those teams anymore, and it's some different communities surrounding. What a save and a cover by William Johnson. He's showing some athleticism. Not only does he have good size for a goaltender at this age group, he's pretty limber, and he's using that mitt quite a bit with the catching But right there, cat-like reflexes, sprawling out to get the cover with 3 minutes to go. Face off to the left. House in the circle. Draw one, however, by the Leafbirds. Another shot comes in. Kind of a weak wrister there. I don't think Starkey caught all of it. Easy save for William Johnson. So we mentioned that Edina timeout was very effective. I'm anticipating those Leafbird coaches going to their timeout fairly soon. We're inside of 3 minutes to go, and it's Farrell working up ice trying to catch the stray puck. He grabs it, same time, gets there as defenseman Hoffman. Hounded. Oh, it's getting physical down low. He's got to be careful. A penalty is ill-advised at this moment. That could be what turns the game. None coming. Smith, he goes up ice. Oh, knocking it out of the air. House. Smith, oh, great job here. Breaking up Bodner. He takes a shot. Johnson made the save. Did you notice he had no idea where the rebound went? He was trying to track that puck. He didn't realize he deflected it up over the crossbar.
Yeah, that's a big thing for goaltenders. If you can get those rebounds and they're not expecting it, that would be a really good goal right now.
This shot goes just wide. Ronya. We're inside of 2 minutes, and, you know, with the zone right now for Osseo Maple Grove, you have a feeling they're trying to figure out how can they get Albers over for that extra attacker. They've lost the zone, and it's none. Next whistle, I anticipate the timeout to be burned. Up the right-hand side. Great job by Gierach. He gets knocked down, and the puck turns over, and it's the Osseo Maple Grove Leafbirds on the counterattack. 90 seconds to go. Smith with the steal. He triggers up ice. Tries to sneak a pass past the defender, but it's stolen, and now up ice. Zone entry for Alberg. Slowly into the corner. Goaltender headed to the bench. Sixth attacker comes on, and it's an empty net in front of Gierach if he can just get around the defender. Gains the blue line, swinging it wide, greeted by two Leafbirds players. They force the turnover, and now they come up by 6-on-5 into the attacking zone. Poked over to the sidewall. Noah Johnson, Kelly, Jack Johnson. Great defensive effort here. What effort! Jack Johnson manages to clear the zone. Less than 1 minute to go. Zone re-entry for the Leafbirds. Puck dribbles into the slot area, and it gets shot by Liam Carithers, and a save made by Johnson. This one's knocked down in traffic. Smith, and he stretches it up ice. Oh, it gets past Gierach. That was going to be an empty netter if Gierach could have just got the puck settled. Instead, it's a face-off in the Edina end with 33 seconds to go. We expect the timeout here, and we get it. All right, Liam, what's going on that bench for Edina? What's going on that bench for Osseo Maple Grove? What are the coaches saying?
Edina's trying to play smart hockey here. They're not going to get too overexcited, and they want to keep their centers down low and working. Want to clear out some traffic in front of the net. Osseo they're just trying to get some shots off. Any shot's a good shot as long as it's on net. And I would expect that they're going to come out firing. And they got only 33 seconds left, so we'll see what happens here.
The key when you've got the goaltender pulled is not worrying so much about position and using your numbers to win any races to loose pucks and shutting off any passes. Edina will try anything they can. If they can win this draw, they just want to get it outside the zone, and OMG cannot let that happen. So we'll see. Are they able to just suffocate these Edina players if they lose possession? And if they can't, I think it's going to be, just a chip out of the zone, and Edina can probably clog it up, prevent them from getting the zone reestablished. There's not much time left. So huge face-off that's upcoming, not only for who wins the draw, but I'm going to be paying attention to what happens. Do the Leafbirds just completely shut off any passing lanes after this face-off? Because if Edina can get the puck outside the zone, that should just about do it. Face-off spot. Carithers, who you mentioned as a tough player to play against, with House. House, stalemate face-off, nobody gets possession. Shot comes in and eventually is pushed over to the side wall. So far, so good for OMG. This is Wyatt. Goes toward the goal, and it sails just wide. Cleared out by Moen, and up and out of play, unfortunately. Terrible break for Edina. Moen took a slap at it. It hit a Leafbird player's stick, crawled up into the glass. I thought it was going to go outside the zone down the ice. Instead, it gets over by an inch, and that means it's a face-off back in the Edina zone. I guess they don't think that was tipped by a Leafburg player. Reset, 18 seconds to go, face-off to the goaltender's left.
Good thing it's not the NHL and they don't have a delay game penalty for that.
Exactly. The puck over glass, different rule book. Another stalemate face-off, but eventually over to the sidewall. This is Garrick. He goes down the ice with it. Another icing call. Nope. It's an empty. Oh, no. It hits the post and goes down into the corner. And with 6 seconds to go, now it's a face-off on the other side. So you've been there, Liam. This Edina team, they're going to be throwing gloves and hogpiling around William Johnson in 6 seconds, but they've got to get out. What are the thoughts right now? Just blocking shots if you lose the draw?
Yeah, the draw is the most important draw of the game, and they just want to fall on it even if they can.
And that's going to do it.
Edina wins.
Edina wins. Well, I want to thank you for joining me here for the third period. Liam Gotch, best of luck the rest of the way. Third period guest color analyst. He did a great job. Tip of the cap to him. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That'll do it. 3 championship games are in the book. Edina wins at Bantam B. It was Woodbury at Pee Wee A and Osseo Maple Grove at Pee Wee B. We'll be back with 3 more stream championship games that I'll be announcing on Sunday. In between now and then, all the games stream online. Catch them on the mnhockey.tv platform. And I'll be here with the Edina Hockey Association free presentation of the championship game Sunday. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.
Great job, brother.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome. You got a future you want to do.
That was fun. I might.
You're great.
Maybe I'll be back on Sunday.
You got any plans tomorrow night? High school plays at 8.
I go to St. Thomas Academy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What grade are you over there?
I'm a freshman.
Okay. So you chose to play Bantams here.
Yep.
Do a lot of kids still play on that Sibley team?
A lot of kids do, yeah.
Yeah. How are they this year?
They're not phenomenal. I probably would have made the AA team if I went over there. And
You just didn't want to.
in retrospect, I probably could have. But
Yeah.
I got a good team, and I'm with my friends. So.
That's fine. That's important. Well, take care. Have a good New Year.